You guys talked about, and Duncan, I've heard you talk about this, and Alex, you talked about it earlier, how the game kind of slows down as you get more and more experience.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine a finals run, playing in 3, 4 hard fought series just speeds that up even more, infinitely. Have you guys both seen this year that after that experience, the game just sort of slows down even more? Is there a different perspective now that you've made that push, you've made that run?
Yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, the like I said earlier, with like my career at each level, like the more experience I get, the better I play, the more I understand the game. And going through the playoffs, man, the playoffs are so addicting. That it's so much fun. It's so much fun to play in the playoffs because everything is like intense. Everything matters. Not saying that regular season doesn't matter, but there's definitely not the same attention to detail. There's not the same intensity. There's not the same, do or die mentality that you get with the playoffs. And honestly, man, like looking back and like now, like in the regular season, like these games are like, I'm like, these are fun. Like I like playing basketball in the NBA for sure, but I cannot wait to get to the playoffs again. Like that's like Rondo, one of my favorite teammates, just because he's such a great guy to compete with. He kind of gets a bad rap because, he was like hit or miss in the regular season. And I never really understood why. And then, you hear the playoff Rondo, you hear that, and then he actually shows up and does it. And like, I 100% understand what that is now. It's like he's such a competitor. He's the most competitive person I've ever been around. He's such a competitor that like after so many seasons in the league and playing so many regular season games, like all he wants to do is win the championship. And it's like it doesn't matter until you get to the playoffs anyway for him. So like seeing him in his element and then come out and play like that, it's like that. It clicked for me. It's like, okay, I understand now.
Yeah, totally can relate to that. I think that it's just such like elite competition. I mean, you said in that like every single detail, every single like possession, every single thing going into the game during the game matters to the point where like I just think it reveals like who has that like competitive spirit, that competitive grit. Like
100%.
It's so like, I'm not trying to get like too too like wordy with it, but like it's just like such like raw competition. I can't explain it any other way than that it like taps into that, in my opinion. What I like love most about basketball is just like feeling that and being like entrenched against two really good teams that are both just like trying to execute and compete at the highest level. But you said, I mean, now the game now is like for sure, just because of that, slowed down, just because the sense of urgency in those playoff series are so high. Like every single possession, every single action, it just feels like literally like life or death. Obviously it's not, because it's still basketball, but when you're in it and like it's your whole world and like that's the only thing you think about, it feels that way. At least it did for me, like especially when we were going through it.
I like what you said about like it's you figure out what players are like really about that life. Like you can tell like who at the end of the day is like not afraid to like let them hang and go out there and just compete, lay it all on the table and get after it. That's for me, man, that's what basketball for me has always been about. That's just kind of how I grew up learning to play the game. That's what I watched from, the generations before us. So I thought that's what it was about. And to be able to do that with the best players in the world, it's just special, man. It's a lot of fun.